Hi, FPV, Cyclops FPV here, and welcome to my just short review really on the Tinyhawk 2 race, which just came in today. I only ordered this yesterday from Quadcopter RC here in the UK, and I got it sent straight away. Right, so why have I bought this? Well, I was in a bit of a what happened was I ordered the Tinyhawk 2 and it got lost in the post. I ordered it last year in December and it was supposed to be delivered to me in January and I never got it. And I had a couple of emails I sent to Banggood saying like, oh, where is it? It's obviously been lost in the post, blah blah blah. And they sent me another one basically, but just then, as soon as I'd done that, I got a review from Emax that they brought this out, and I thought, oh no, why did I order the Tinyhawk 2 when I could have got this one? You know, but it was too late by then. They already sent it, so I've been oohing and ahhing about it, and I thought, well, what does this do that's different from the others? As far as I know, it's got the same flight board as the Tinyhawk 2. Which is an F4. It looks exactly the same, but the motors on this are 1103 7500 kV, which I think is the same as the Tinyhawk 2, or is it the Freestyle? I don't know. I've got all of them now, so I don't know. I've had the Freestyle since last year and I still ain't flown it. You know, don't ask me why, but I will probably fly it tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, so I got this. I really fancied it, to be honest, and I thought, well, sod it, you know, you've got the coronavirus going on at the moment, like, you know, I need cheering up, so I bought it. Anyway, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I won't bother with what the camera is. As you probably know, it's the same as the Tinyhawk 2. It's a Runcam Nano 2, which is a good camera. I find that when you're flying in the sun, things come out a bit pinkish. But in low light, it seems to work better. But, yeah. Basically what it is, it's kind of like a Freestyle and the Tinyhawk 2 mixed together. You could probably buy the frame and make your own version of this just by ordering a couple of parts, and it'll be exactly the same. But you know, it's part of the collection. I love these little tiny whoops. I love them. Who needs a 5-inch? And I've got a 5-inch actually, but who needs them when this can do exactly the same thing? You know, you can go out, you can find a nice little field, do a bit of freestyle, do a bit of gapping if you so desire. You know, put a 1S battery in it and do a bit of slow flying. I like all kind of flying. Flying's flying to me. Don't bother me. I love it. It's a stress buster. It's you know, it's basically like it's a feel good factor flying. All you FPV flyers out there will know what I'm talking about. Right, so yeah, I got this, and I had to do a couple of little changes on it. Nothing too drastic. What I did was, where these wires go into the motor, they were a little bit too close to the bell. So I just got the edge of a pair of scissors and just sort of like pressed down a bit on the wires there, just to clear the bell a little bit. I mean, it would never have gone wrong anyway, but you know, in my head I know that it's cleared now. So yeah, and the other thing I had to do as well, I had to put like a zip tie over the wires there, because this would flap around a bit, and I could see it actually, and actually when I had it on my bed trying to bind it all up, it did nearly chop the wire off. So I put a cable tie on now, just to keep it out of the way. I might change this to an XT30, The only problem is I've got about 20 of these batteries, and it means changing a few of them to an XT30. But as this is a solid pin, we'll see how it goes. I'll fly it in 1S and I'll fly it in 2S, and well, you know, we'll see whether I can get a good 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes out of it. I'll try some punch outs and see how bad it sags, bearing in mind that the scaling on the OSD is probably going to be out. I can't be bothered to change it. I've spent so many hours in the past trying to scale them properly, and it always comes out wrong. So I know now when as soon as the throttle starts getting a bit weak, I come in and land, and that usually tells me that when I put the battery on charge, I will still be within my safe limits of about 3.5 volts, even though this will drop out the sky. But it's got some sort of safety cutout built into these, or something, I don't know. But I never seem to, even on a dead battery, it will never go lower than that. Unless, of course, I've lost it and it's sitting there like powered on all the time while I'm trying to find it. But I've actually ran my batteries down to 2.8 volts before, and charged them up, and they've worked brilliant. You know, I don't recommend it, but sometimes if you lose something like this and it's sitting there powered on while you're finding it, till you pull that battery out, there's not a lot you can do about it. Anyway, I digress. So yes, someone I was chatting to the other day said, what kind of props can you use to change these out if you break them? Because you only get like one full set with this. Gemfam Hulkies 2040s, they are brilliant. They're the same size, they're 2-inch, and on my Mantis I can get an extra minute out of these, and it flies so much better. And I can even use an 850, yes, an 850 milliamp an hour battery. The standard one's 400, and it flies beautiful on it. And I can get 6 minutes out of these. That's on the Mantis. So on this, these are strong. They're old. They've been around a while, but apparently these fly really good on them. I've heard some people are changing these props to 2.5 inches, but problem is they're too close to the canopy, or they will either just miss it or hit it, so you'll have to modify that. But if you're after new props, try the Gemfam Hulkies. They're very cheap, and you get 8 of them in a packet. Right, that's that bit done. Now I've flown this around my room. This was the quickest I had to bind it, and I didn't go on beta flight or nothing. What I did was, the settings I had on this for the Tinyhawk 2, I just copied the data onto a new model, and out of the box, without going on beta flight or anything, this flew perfectly. The endpoints was already done. It was on negative 125 and positive 125 with my endpoints and my midpoints all done. It was already set up, so I haven't actually done anything. All I've got to do is go on beta flight now and just change the VTX channel and change a couple of bits around. I haven't got horizon mode on this because I don't like horizon mode. I can't stand it. So I've got stabilized and air mode, and on the stabilized I've changed the degree angle from 20 to 50, and that's just in case I encounter a strong wind and I need that angle to get me back, you know, because on 20 degrees it's useless. You need like a much better pitch, like pitch angle. So that's all I've done really. I tried it on 1S, and it's you know, it's docile as it would be, but 2S, I don't know yet. I'm going to try it outside later on. I'm going to go out and find a field. The one thing I will say, you need a pair of pliers to get the batteries back out of these. These are super tight. When you put the battery in there, you can't pull them out by hand. You have to use either a pair of scissors or a pair of pliers and put it in between the gap of this and the battery and gently lever them out. So if you're going to go out in a field, I don't know if you can put a little bit of Vaseline in there to make it easy. I don't know what's making it tight, but it is super tight. You can't pull them out by hand. You'll definitely damage it. So bear that in mind. As I said, I might change these over. I don't know yet. I'll see how it performs first, and I'll let you know. Yeah. So let's see it working then. As I said, like, you know, all I've done is I've just connected it up straight away. Haven't really need to set it up on Betaflight. Right. Why ain't it working? This ain't switching on now. Oh God, I'll tell you, it's ridiculous, these things. No, it ain't switching on. Don't know what's going on now. I hope I ain't damaged anything. It's a freshly oh, what an idiot. I know why it ain't powering up. There's another thing I forgot to tell you. You do get a jumper lead with it for 1S and 2S. Like you do on the Freestyle, although I didn't get one with mine for some reason. What you have to do, you can just get an old PH connector and just bridge the gap there. Very easy to do. But yeah, that's why this didn't work, because I forgot to put this in there. But anyway, I'll just give you a quick demo. Right, here we go. There we go. And that's it. That's all I had to do. Very, very easy. Very easy to set up. If you've already got an existing model, you don't just copy it on your transmitter. There's no need to go into Betaflight. You can get it all. And this is the second model I've ever used on a transmitter, on a hobby grade transmitter. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Believe me, yeah. Anyway, so that's my little overview on the Tinyhawk race. I am going to take advantage of this coronavirus, and I am going to go out on my motorcycle. I'm going to find a nice little field in the middle of nowhere, and I know plenty of them, and I'm going to go and rip, because I've just been laid off for 3 months, and I can't sit here for 3 months doing nothing when I've got a lovely sunny day out there, and I've got loads of quads I've got to try out. I've got 2 models that I haven't even flown yet. Well, 3 models including this one, so I know what I'm going to be doing. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. Subscribe or like or whatever you want to do. Comment below. I'll be putting some videos up on this later on 1S and 2S, and you know, let you know how it all goes, and then I'm going to start modding it if it needs it. I won't know until after the flight tests. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.